And on this episode of Are You High? We have this from Comic. Disney has confirmed that the total budget for Andor is over $700 million. I heard rumors of this months ago. I didn't make a video of it because I thought this headline, there's no way. There's no way they spent $700 million on this. I remember when The Acolyte, when that thing flopped, they were talking about that the budget was so high on that one. It wasn't $700 million. And I don't know how to read these numbers. Honestly, I think that's just the pitfall of trying to talk about streaming numbers, because every place gives me a different chart. Every place gives me different numbers. The Google AI and stuff like that, ChatGPT, they all have different numbers, so I cannot confirm what I'm going to read here. But from what I'm looking at with all of these charts, this thing was not worth $700 million. Not a single chance. No, there's no possible way you can justify that. That's more than like 2 Star Wars movies combined. Are you insane, Disney? You guys spent this much on a show. I honestly haven't watched Andor yet. I forgot to mention that part. Yes, I've been meaning to watch season 1 when it came out. I don't think Disney remotely believed in Andor at all, because one day it just dropped and there was no promotion, no nothing. I remember when it was on Disney Plus when it first came out, it wasn't even like the top thing on the site. It wasn't even the top thing you're promoting. And then season 2 just came out. I saw 1 or 2 trailers. People talked about it for a week. They talked about real world politics of it. I remember when, oh man, this is really dumb, okay? I remember months ago when it came out, they were saying, you guys should watch Andor, and it teaches you about fascism and government overreach and all these things. Like, yes, we have history books for that, guys. We have history books. We have real world things. We have histories of what happened in other countries to use as maybe these things are bad. I don't need a TV show about space wizards to teach me about real world politics. Unbelievable. That was such a weird thing. Every time there was like a political post, someone would post this picture of some fat guy in a mask with a sign that says, watch Andor. It's like, I don't believe you. I don't. But back to this. The show was talked about for a second when it came out, and that was it. I don't know anyone personally that's recommended Andor to me. And I talk to a lot of people about Star Wars stuff and just movies and shows. I'm on all these different chats and stuff like that. No one has ever said, hey, I was watching Andor again. It still holds up. Or, hey, have you guys seen this? No. No one talks about Andor. I like the character. I love Rogue One. Rogue One's definitely up there with some of my favorite Star Wars movies of all time. It was certainly one of the best things Disney Star Wars has ever done. Cassian Andor was a cool character, but at no point, and also 2 seasons and that's it. This thing apparently exploded on the Nielsen charts. I had like all these like record-breaking numbers. And there's no season 3? Oh, is it because you spent all the money? How is that possible? The budget for The Acolytes, they're saying the gross production budget was $230 million. The Acolyte, from when it came out, from the first episode to the final episode of the season, of the series, it was the most talked about thing. Every single week, my feed was flooded with the next ridiculous thing that happened. All the idiotic fan theories and all these things where it's going to tie into. It was every streamer on the planet was talking about it. Everyone was rushing to their computers to make an Acolyte video. No one has done that with Andor. Avatar 1, the budget was $237 million. Avatar 2, the budget was $460. And Avatar 3, there's no one has any idea what it is, but it says it might be around $350 million. You spend $700 million on a TV show? Bro, you have failed as a company. I could see maybe if it was, this is the greatest show you've ever seen, but I mean, to not even get a 3rd season, I mean, realistically, you could have just had an Andor expanded universe. This is a show that it's literally endless possibilities. It's just stop at Rogue One. That's when the timeline of Cassian Andor, that's when this thing ends, when you get to Rogue One. Before that, you could have made like 5 or 6 seasons. If The Mandalorian is 3 seasons deep now, with a movie and a 4th season on Jon Favreau's desk, damn. You can't even get 3 seasons? The Mandalorian is still one of the highest watched shows on Disney+. It's still a show people talk about. Even though it's crap now, people talk about it. No one talks about Andor, man. That's insane. I had to do a double take reading that headline. I saw a bunch of other places posting too, so I'm like, oh, it's gotta be legit. Too many places are talking. But man, did you see Andor? Did you think, wow, this is a $700 million project? My gosh, what do you guys think about that?
All the weight of words, they won't come free. Locked in